This is not the Mafex Amazing Spider-Man number 75. It's good to be back. What's up, everyone, and thank you for joining us once again on the Dstar01 channel. I'm your host, Dexter, Arafiles, and today we will be looking at, say it with me, a KO, a clone, a China clone, something that you get at AliExpress for $20. Wow, $20. The real thing is worth well over $100 at this point. And you can get this at AliExpress. I got it for $25. We're looking at a bootleg of The Amazing Spider-Man number 75 by Mafex. And if you're wondering why I just smacked this figure on the table, it's because, well, it's a fake, it's a clone, it's not really worth much. Plus, I have the real deal, so I'm not really worried. But if it can handle that, and it actually looks good, then we're in a good spot. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. My name is Dexter Arafiles. Today we'll be going over this bootleg. We're going to see how it is. We're going to see if it matches well with the real deal. And of course, we're going to compare it with other videos. Now, enough of me talking. Let's go to the top cam. Let's see what we're looking at here. As you can see right here, you can tell it's a clone right off the bat because he is upside down. They decided to stick him in upside down when it was shipped to me. It's like, come on, guys. Also, you can tell it's a bootleg by looking right here. There's nothing right here. If you look at the real one right here on the top cam, you're going to notice that it actually has the Marvel insignia. That is the first indication right there that you're dealing with a clone. So, a lot of people have been messaging me on Instagram, sending me emails on dstartoys.com. You're like, such awesome extras, by the way. That is the difference right there. You can tell just by looking at, there's no Marvel insignia right there. And also, if it's coming from China, usually, yeah, it's usually a clone. Oh, look, no tape. If the deal is too good to be true, also, let me just tell you, if you're like, wow, I'm getting a really good deal, you are probably getting a clone. If it's too good to be true, it probably is. Let me tell you guys, a lot of you all will take that risk and then you will feel sorry and then you will tell me about it in the middle of the night, and that's not cool. Learn from me, people. If the deal is too good to be true, it probably is. So, let's take out Mr. Spider-Man. Now, if you're wondering, hey, Dex, didn't you already do this? I did. But we're looking at version 2. Version 2. That's right. So, let's go to the front cam. Let's see what we're dealing with here with Mr. Peter Parker. Uh-oh, I just spoiled that right there. It's Peter Parker. Yes, Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Is this guy any good? And so far, I have to say, especially when compared right off the bat to the first clone, which I don't have anymore, by the way, because that thing just fell apart in my hands. This is not bad. Okay, so before I continue, first initial impression, yeah, this is not bad. He actually looks really good. But we have to see how he is when it comes to paint and detail, which is what we're dealing with here. So let's do a quick joint check right here. Everything seems decently tight, sometimes a little bit too tight. If you look right here on the bicep, you can actually hear it squeak. Yeah, that is like really, really tight. This is not really smooth at all. Well, this one's a little bit smoother right here on the right bicep. This one on the left is really, really tight. So the neck actually is quite loose, but you know, it's not super loose to the point where it's just flippity-floppeting everywhere. Also, the paint is pretty decent. We're looking at really nice metallic blue. As you can see on the light, it's shining really nice, giving off that nice metallic sheen right there. And the red isn't half bad at all. Let's finish up here and let's look at the legs, and then we'll compare it to the real one. The legs are really good as well. Looking like, whoa, right here on the ball joints, right here on the hips. This guy is actually quite tight. It's not smooth. It's just a little bit too tight. But you know what? It's better than the flippity-floppity bootlegs that I have been getting, which is a really nice, refreshing thing to see here. So that's pretty cool right there. And let's look right here at the ankle joint. It looks like it is at the wrong angle right there. Let's just adjust this right here, and let's move this ankle like so. Oof. Okay, so now we can get that proper angle right there. And let's move this over as well. It looks like there's no quality control on these whatsoever. Of course, that's what you're kind of not paying for, is no quality control. So far, he's actually quite tight. He looks good. He actually looks like he's scaled well, which we will look at in just a bit. Now, the question that I always get when it comes to this clone, everyone's been telling me to do version 2. How does he compare with the real deal? So here's the real deal. I did this review a long time ago. I really love this figure. In fact, everyone keeps breaking their wrists, so I've been making wrist joints every month. I know I've been trying my best in the last couple of months to get these out, but I've been really busy. But anyway, yeah, let's look here. Wow, look at this. He actually scales really well with the real deal. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Let's see if we can stand him up a little bit better, and then we'll do a comparison here. Looks like we are dealing with some serious ankle joint issues. Oh, man. Yeah, right there. So let's stand him up. Stand up this Spider-Man. Come on, come on. As he falls over, here's the real deal right here. And let's do this real quick. And let's back it up a little bit right here. So, wow. I have to say, they're actually scaled almost the same. Look at that. The clone is a little bit smaller, and I'm talking just a hair smaller, and this is how you can tell. So if you look here at the hips of the clone, you'll notice that the thighs are a little bit past right here, right? He's a little bit too thick on the thighs, a little too slim on the waist right here. If you look here on the real deal, you don't see the thighs bulging out from the hips right here. They're actually really well proportioned. So this one's just a hair smaller, just a hair, when it comes to his width. So he's a little bit thicker, I should say. So the question is also, can you interchange the hands? And that's really what I want to know. And the answer to that question is yes. So look at this right here. This isn't loose at all. I'm going to wiggle it a little just to see if it falls out. And no. So for all you people that are asking me, hey, can you just print a bunch of joints? Yeah, I could still do that, obviously. But you know what? If you're looking for a figure or a Spider-Man for spare parts, and you don't want to spend like $200 on the real one, I'm going to tell you right now, this looks like this is it. Yeah, I'm going to say it right here. This clone isn't bad at all, especially since they don't make this guy anymore. Wow. Okay, so here is the question. How tall is he? We're going to go into articulation and scale. Let's take out our trusty ruler right here. He's looking to be 6 inches exactly. Here's the real deal. Let's see how tall the real deal is. And he also is a little bit below 6 inches. So it looks like the fake is just a hair taller, but also scaled a little bit thinner. So there you have it. Those are those two right there. Let's see how he is with other Spider-Man figures. So here we go. We have a Marvel Legends Ben Reilly right there. And also we have the SH Figure Arts Spider-Man from No Way Home. So as you can see, SH Figure Arts is scaled smaller. Of course, one of my favorite action figures is the Marvel Legends movie Deadpool. So as you can see, you can put these two together. Mafex is more scaled towards Marvel Legends. And here's something really cool. Here is the SH Figure Arts Deadpool. And if you're wondering, where did he get those guns? Because the SH Figure Arts one doesn't come with Desert Eagles. I 3D printed these. That's right. We're going to be looking at these later on in the week. And I'm going to definitely be selling these at www.Dstar01.com. We have a source for awesome action figures and 3D printed accessories. So, yeah, we're going to be doing that soon, hopefully. Yeah, these are just prototypes right now. I have to paint them silver. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty cool right there. So last but not least, we got the good old real deal Mafex Wolverine right there, and that's looking really sharp. So let's look at articulation. It looks like everything is indeed here from the real deal. No shortcuts were taken with this clone. Let's look right here. Let's look. Oh yeah, we usually start with the feet. It's been a while, guys. So we have an up and down here at the toe. This one's really loose, as you can see, as the toe points forward. That is not a good thing, as the real deal does not have that issue, as you can see right there. But yeah, this one's moving a little bit too forward. That means that joint is not to spec But again, you're not paying over $100 for the real deal. So anyway, up and down here at the ankle, double jointed knee right there. We got a ball joint right here at the crotch. It looks like you can get a really solid kick in. We have 2 joints right here in the middle. 1, 2. You can do awesome ab crunches as his head falls. Oh boy. So again, clone problems. So what we have here is an improperly spec'd ball socket right here. In fact, it's flat at the bottom. Let's see what's going on here. And as you can see here, this is still flat at the bottom on the real one, but it's definitely more concaved. So therefore, it can fit and accept the ball much easier. As you can see, the real deal snaps in. The fake one on mine, there is 0 snap here. And yeah, that just can fall off. So yikes. For all the kids that like to watch me, if you're thinking about buying this figure so you can play with it, I'm going to have to say this is not as playable as you think it is, because stuff will be falling out, especially the head. You don't want that happening. Anyway, so let's look here. We do have butterfly joints right here at the shoulders, but it's not that flexible. Let's look at the real deal here. Can you move that? Yeah, it's a little bit more flexible here at the butterfly joint on the real deal, but when it comes to the fake, not so much movement going on there. So we also have a bicep swivel, as I said before. This one's super tight. This one also a little bit too tight right there. And we do have a double jointed elbow right there, and we do have that that wrist joint that breaks all the time, and we have 2 right here at the neck, looking to be well above 20 points of articulation. Let's get some poses in. Of course, we got to have the classic Spider-Man pose right here. Well, it's not so classic, I guess. Of course, we have to have the upside down pose, which you can do, and we got to do some breakdancing poses right there. And of course, we got to do the web slinging pose right here, which I'm trying my best to get through, but this guy has some really tight joints right there. So yeah, lots of poses, really nice, really cool, really tight, especially when compared to the real deal. The real deal just is a smooth figure. If it wasn't for the wrist joints always breaking, I'd say this is near perfect Spider-Man figure. Anyway, let's move on to accessories. Let's go to the top cam right here. Let's see what we're looking at. We got a whole slew of webs. Also, what I noticed when it comes to clones, they like to tape everything down. So, yeah, we got a slew of webs right here that you can probably put on the wrist. We get another Peter Parker head, or not Peter Parker head. So let's look at the Peter Parker head real quick. Here is the Peter Parker head, not looking good, and we're gonna look at that. And we also have another mask face. We got a slew of hands and whatnot. Let's just dump all this stuff out. And let me tell you, this is really nice to know that all the hands will work on the real one. So if you're missing hands on the real one, again, excellent parts figure. I always love parts because I always like to fix my toys. Anyway, so this is all the accessories that you get. And of course, you get the Mafex stand, which actually I really prefer Mafex stands over any other stand. So let's look at the Nightmare Fuel right here. We're looking at the ugliest Peter Parker face I have ever seen. If you guys were thinking about customizing this, that's not a bad idea. Out of the box, those eyes will haunt your dreams. Oh my. Yeah, this is not a very good head. It's not well painted. It doesn't really look like Peter Parker. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. And then we're looking at the other head that you get here. This one, not bad. Let's pop this guy in. Let's see. Again, not popping in. It will stay, but it does not snap in. That's not a bad looking head right there. Let's see how Peter Parker's head looks. Oh. Okay then. Let's move. That is ugly. So let's check out the hands. Of course, we get the web slinging hands. Now, the main issue with the real one is that the sockets on the hands were too tight. But let's see. Oh, we also are having this issue. So everyone who out there who is thinking, oh yeah, the clone should fix the original. No, the original problem is still there. So the problem with the original is that these sockets are way too small, and therefore people will just jam them in there and then torque it and it snaps. And therefore you need to buy new joints. So that's the problem. The best way to fix this is to dunk these in hot water and then fit them in. That's how I always recommend it. So that's unfortunate that we're going to deal with that. Yikes. Let's see here. Other stuff that we get to look at is the magnetic hands, which also do not fit. Oh my gosh, that's not good. That's a really tight fit. Don't force it, like I said. And let's see the magnetic properties. The fakes do have a decent strength on those magnets. As you can see here, there is definite quality control issues when it comes to these. As you can see, the magnets are popping out, and in fact, you can even see a little bit of glue right there. It looks like they just took some really small magnets and just pretty much super glued them in. And like I said, there's a decent amount of strength, as you can hear. I'm putting them on my desk, so yeah, they do work, but like I said before, plugging these guys in might be an issue, especially for the hands. Let's see how the feet are doing right here. And yeah, that's a tough cookie right there. That is not going in. Looks like you're just going to have to heat up those feet so you can put it in. So unfortunately, at this point in time, trying to stick these hands in is going to be extremely difficult for me because of the fact that this still has the problems of the original, unfortunately. Yeah, you're going to have to heat up those hands. You're going to get them to work. Let's see how these are, okay? First things first. Let's see how these are. Let's just get this hand right here. Yeah, this is okay. So when it comes to the webs, this is fine. Not great. Not fantastic, but it's okay. It's all right. It's not bad. All right, future decks here. Review's been done, but I just wanted to point this out while I was posing this guy for the end part, is that the hands are not proper, especially this one right here. It is missing a hole right here that I happen to drill out, and you're like, well, what does that do? If you wanted to get the pose where he's pulling on the web, which is mostly this web right here, you're going to have to drill a hole in the hands. Like I said, this is not going to be a smooth experience. As you can see right here, that is not drilled in, and therefore you cannot put this web here. So yeah, that is not going anywhere. It can be solved really easily by taking a micro Dremel right here and pretty much turning this on to full blast and just boop right there. As you can see, that's exactly what I did. And then you can take the web and it will thread right through like so. So yeah, that is an issue that I came across later on after the review. So let's cover the conclusion of the Mafex fake. This is not. It's a fake. It's a clone. It's bootleg. It's KO. It's a knockoff of the Mafex Spider-Man. Everyone's been, version 2, everyone's been asking me to review this because it came out and like, hey, it's properly scaled. Yes, that is true. It is indeed properly scaled. But if you're looking for a smooth experience, much like a real deal action figure, most of the time you're going to come across a really smooth experience, as in the joints are smooth, everything fits, well, sort of. When it comes to the Mafex Spider-Man, it's a sort of. Yeah, this isn't it. You're going to have to take out your cup of hot water. You're going to have to loosen him up, especially the hands. It still has problems of the original. Also, what is up with this Peter Parker head? If you're going to work with this head, the only thing this head is really good for is making customs, or if you want to practice making a really good looking Peter Parker head, this is a nice head to start off with. Yeah, that's my main issues with this. Pulling it out of the box, super tight. Nothing's falling off. Nothing's breaking. So I'm just going to say this is a win. Yeah, especially since you cannot get the real deal Mafex Spider-Man. This one is a go for me. I have to say so myself. This isn't bad at all. There you go. Anyway, if you're looking to get this, just check out AliExpress. I just looked up Mafex Spider-Man, and that's pretty much it. I think all the old Mafex Spider-Mans are done, and I don't think they distribute that anymore. So, yeah, there you go. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Do not forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're always in the know when I post new videos. And last but not least, if you're looking for 100% real deal action figures like Mr. Deadpool here, which is going to be releasing soon from SH Figure Arts, and also Super Saiyan 4 Goku, you can go to www.dstar01toys.com, your reliable source for awesome action. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
thanks for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Where? Right here, not there, right here. You. And thanks for watching. So, rate, comment, and subscribe. Right here, right there, right here. Yeah.